Would you love to learn from a billionaire? If so, here's three takeaways that I got from Ahmed bin Chaiba, who is one of Dubai's billionaires. And so, hey, my name's Jason. If you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me not only go through Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful of a city this is, but also talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so, if this is your first time here, let me define success for you. And this is defined by Earl Nightingale back in 1956. He says success is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. And so today I was just, passing some time, smoking a little, and just doing some studying. And one of the ways I like to study is listening to podcasts. And so either I do it with like some of the sharks from Shark Tank, a couple of other people that I follow that are real successful. But today I just felt like listening to Ahmed bin Chaiba, who's one of Dubai's billionaires. 'Cause I really wanted to get the perspective of, growing up from his perspective, like what is it like growing up in Dubai? I never grew up in a place that's considered one of the most wealthiest places in the world. So what kind of mindset do you have on that? And it was very interesting hearing his story. Um, he's had success up and down in his life in different areas, but he also talked about how, he made a lot of mistakes in business and everything, and he started learning from them. And from there, I just wanted to talk to you about the three takeaways that I got from him through some of his stories on the podcast. The first one was we've all been taught in modern education working with others is called cheating. But he said, in fact, that is called collaboration. He was like, in business, we all need to work with other people. Someone may have some strengths that we're not as good at. It's not our responsibility to be great at everything in business. And he said, because of certain people that he actually collaborated with, that was one of the things that helped him become as successful as he is today. And so I thought that was really interesting because I can say I not only see it on a lot of, and this is, now I'm saying this, I'm not talking about Johannesburg or South Africa, because remember, I've lived in several countries in the world and I'm continually traveling the world. But I see this throughout pretty much every place I go to in one form or another. A lot of people are not as successful in business. And usually they're very guarded. They hold very tight to everything. And so they're not as open to collaborations or open to new ideas and things like that. And I do feel like that's some of the things that hold a lot of businesses back from becoming great as they could be. And this is one of the reasons why, like for me, like I'm really trying to make sure that I keep an open mind on what are different ways I can collaborate, how are ways that I can maybe help someone or do something with their business. What skill maybe have I learned in my digital marketing, email marketing, or just flat out social media marketing trainings? How can I share that with others? And I really feel like I can honestly say, like for me personally, I know I would have been a lot farther in my life financially if I would have believed in collaborating with others instead of thinking I had to be able to do everything on my own. So I really, really love that takeaway that I got from him there. Second one, he said, mistakes are how we actually learn. The key is to fail and improve. And we hear this a lot of times about fail forward, especially if you're into the professional development field. Just about every trainer out there talks about you need to fail forward. But like in business, not many people are talking about, hey, you're going to make mistakes. Hey, how do you improve on those mistakes? Hey, it's okay to make mistakes. And so a lot of us, because even when I first got into the digital marketing place, like I thought things were supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to do like this. It's supposed to be like that. Then one thing didn't go right or I did something wrong. Then I'm beating myself up and feeling like I'm an idiot and stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, like I've been there, yo. Like I don't just get on here and put videos. It's like, no, when you come from a background where there was no entrepreneurs in your family, man, like, and you trying to figure this stuff out on your own, it's not the easiest thing, yo. People, a lot of times, a lot of countries have this image because they've been taught of this American dream. But it's just a dream, man. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, most of us are gonna have a great dream tonight when we go to sleep, but some of us are gonna still wake up to the nightmares that we live each and every day. Like that's the same way about that American dream. It's a dream. Like it ain't it ain't as roses and rainbows as people think. Now I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world. There's some advantages from being there, but still like everybody's not born with a silver spoon, man. And a lot of people are figuring this game of life out, just like everyone else. And man, if I would have embraced the mistakes that I made in the past, I could have just been so much farther ahead with building my brand, having my imaging. Like even with the passing of Cece, my late wife, in case you're new here, um, man, if I would have understood more about the mistakes and failing forward, like so many things would have been better in line financially, had a trust in place, like all of these different things. Like it's like there's levels to this life, man. And when you start breaking through some of these levels, and then you realize, oh man, there's a whole lot more I don't know. Like you got to start embracing that. And that's one of the best things about using the first takeaway of work well with others. Like get them. Here's just a quick way you can work well with others and learn from mistakes at the same time. Get a mentor. Get a mentor who's actually doing the thing that you want to do. And then you just if it's someone that if you can pay them up front to see them and meet them face to face, do it. Even if it's a celebrity or someone who's out here who has a big brand image, like a Grant Cardone, Damon John, Mr. Wonderful, people like that. Go out there and watch all of their content. Follow them on every social media. If you know you use TikTok, follow them on TikTok. If you use Facebook, follow them there. IG, follow them there. Like everywhere, everything that you use to consume content, you might as well use it for your and use it and consume your mentor's content because you're going to start learning from their mistakes, and that just pushes you so much even farther. That's why that learning from other people's mistakes, man. That's why I usually set aside a significant budget just for new mentorship every couple of years. Like I get into high level coaching programs or get high level courses and things like that of professional development in different areas of business. And every couple of years, I just upgrade and get something different, man, because you can learn a lot from the mistakes of others. Like you'll be shocked, especially if you're into any type of internet marketing, advertising, things like that. Learning from the mistakes of others is going to save you a lot of money, and it's going to help your business grow faster. And then the third one that was really good with him, and this is one that's really been resonating with me in my life for the past year, since especially since I've been not only living abroad, because like if you don't know, I left the U.S. in 2015. Crazy, it's been 8 years now. Left the U.S. 8 years ago. Sold everything. It was my wife and I at the time, and we just said, "Yo, this is not dream anymore." And we realized we was living in a nightmare. We was in a place we didn't want to be anymore in life. We wasn't happy with anything. We said, "Yo, we're gonna sell everything and just move out the country and just figure this thing out and just live our life to our abilities." From there, we went to Central America. Then we moved to Colombia, where we were until 2020, 2020, 2022, or man, when was it? 20. We were there until 2022. Yes, I believe 2022. I believe. I've been in Johannesburg for 8 months. But I had finally left there after my wife had passed away unexpectedly one night in her sleep, and I just had to keep it moving, man, keep going. And so the third thing, and the third takeaway that I got from him was the opinion of others don't pay your rent. Like, really think about that. Even if you make a mistake, as long as you learn from that mistake, you're doing the right thing. But just listening to someone else, some naysayer telling you, oh, why you can't do it and then you don't do it, you're never going to be able to succeed in life. And like so many people before I got to Johannesburg is telling me not to come here. Everyone was telling me not to come here. Let me just be honest about it. Everyone I will meet would tell me like, "Oh, don't come here. Oh, it's dangerous. Oh, they're going to kidnap you. Oh man, this going to happen. That going to happen. They just do this. You'll see this in the middle of the streets." This is one of the best places I've been to. I met some of the greatest people I've met in the world. I've had some great vegan food. I've met people that are considered family now, like some really great people here, man. And if I would have listened to the opinions of others, I wouldn't have been able to be here. Like, that's how deep that is. Like, all the people that I've met here, the people that I've interacted with here since I've been filming here, even in Botswana, if I would have listened to what everyone was telling me back in the U.S. before I hopped on the plane and came here, I would have not met any of these people. I would have not had any of these interactions. And everyone who was telling me, "Oh, don't go, don't go," I was in the most depressed state of my life because everything that I could see, whether it was being in Texas, just the United States, period, or being back in Medellin, Colombia, it was just reminding me of my dead wife. And it was just killing me in my soul. Like that's how deep this is, man. Like, I'm here to be in this place of healing now of the sudden passing of my wife, who we were married for 10 years and spent the last 8 years together, just me and her 24/7 living abroad. Like, it took coming here, the place where everyone told me not to come, to get this level of healing. Like, really think about that. So, like, what is the opinion of others holding you back from in life? And so that was my three takeaways from Ahmed being Chaiba. And yo, I hope you really like that, man. It was a really great interview. I really suggest following him on YouTube. He's a really great guy, and he speaks a lot of great wisdom and motivation, especially if you're into business and have big business ideas. And so just remember, like this video if you like this type of content. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos drop daily. And also share this with others, because remember, we need to get to an age of collaboration. And we even heard it from my man Ben Chaba himself. And so I'm Jason, and remember, success is simple once you know how.